you see.
And why is it up so damn soft?
It looks like it's back as far as it goes, Mr. Fuchsia.
No, you moved it, I can tell. Cause look, when I inhale, my titty make the horn honk. Listen. You see that? That ain't right.
I hear it.
Listen.
The raccoon with the white women, it has to be studied.
Just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it warrants a study. Perhaps it is you who needs to raise their comprehension level. Because the fact of the matter is, it's not the raccoon that needs to be studied. It's the fact that Keisha already has been studied, and the data is not looking good. Welcome back, brothers. I know I said I wasn't going to do another video on this dude, and you can ask anyone in the Discord. I did not want to do this. I didn't, but if this simp has more to say, I've got time to respond. If this guy is going to keep pushing anti-black male content and supporting pro-Brad content, and that's what I'm going to start calling it, it's not pro-Keisha content. It's pro-Brad content. You know why? Just look at the Patriots cap he's wearing. This man is an advocate for restricting black men's freedom of movement if they don't worship Keisha. But Keisha's free to worship Brad as much as she wants. And this guy will support that. So transitively, he supports Brad. This is pro-Brad content. I mean, come on, bro. The Patriot cap, come on. Saquon Barkley and Patrick Mahomes hurt your feelings. They won't worship your god Keisha, so now you're rooting for Brad. See, these dudes only really support black men if they worship Keisha. If you happen to be a free-thinking black man, they hate you worse than Brad. So if this dude is man enough to say what he wants to say, and believe me, he's talking a lot of mess for a guy who looks about 150 pounds soaking wet, he should be man enough to handle a response, and that's what I'm making here. But first, I have to make a brief pit stop, brothers. Please forgive me.
Black men who date outside their race should not speak on black women no more. It's plain and simple. Worry about your mixed family. I don't understand this obsession with saying we got these passports, these women over here are quote unquote so much better, or if it ain't snowing, I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? Why won't they just worry about the new family that they created?
It's because you guys won't stop worrying about us. I promise you, you make way more content bashing black men who want freedom of choice than we spend thinking about you. We don't think about you Keisha worshippers. Half of you don't even have jobs. That's why you need to pander to Keisha. We're not thinking about you. It's funny. I spent over a decade doing my own thing, not worried about people like you at all. Really, what inspired me to start this channel is the other side was pushing out so much negative propaganda about productive black men who simply want to exercise freedom of choice that I felt I had to create a platform, because otherwise we would be bombarded by negative propaganda endorsed by Brad, pushed solely by the lowest common denominator of our black collective, and that's who pushes this type of propaganda. They're never concerned with building a better future for black children. They're never concerned about putting the black man back in his rightful position of leadership, because infrastructure and military defense can only come from the men. They're only concerned with worshiping their goddess Keisha. That's it. And I will be talking about whatever I want to talk about, and you're not going to do anything about it. Just because you sit in a home and your woman gets to say whatever she wants to say to you and you don't stand up for yourself doesn't mean I can't stand up for myself here. Forgive me, brothers. I have one more pit stop to make. Please excuse me.
You make a video about how biracial kids are putting down other biracial kids if you have a black mom and if you have a white mom. Now, does it make you any less or more black? I don't really think so. I think it's one half dozen of the other altogether. Now, when it comes down to culturally, there is a big difference. Your mother is your nurturer. It's the one that shows you how to go through life.
I'm gonna stop you right there, sir. First of all, you have a Brad's Y chromosome, so you're not even black. In 1,000 years, if scientists dug up your remains and they took a DNA sample, they would label you a Brad because they would judge your haplogroup off of the white male Y chromosome that you carry. So you have just about as much right talking about black culture as a Brad does, because you share the same Y chromosome genetically. And that's why it's so important to understand this stuff, because they're not going to teach this stuff to black men, because that's one step to you regaining rulership. They want you to believe that everything comes from Keisha. And the only thing I'm going to agree with this guy on is there is a cultural difference, but it's not a black cultural difference. It's actually a Keisha cultural difference. See, you were raised to see Keisha culture as black culture. And I can tell. That's why you're wearing that chain and an oversized t-shirt. Most black men under 40 aren't even dressing like that anymore. But you're here to lecture us about culture. I can tell all you were taught in that home was to worship Keisha and worship Brad. That's why you think a black man is disposable or replaceable in this equation, and you call yourself an expert on black culture. No, we're the source, pal. And that's why on this channel, if you don't have a black paternal lineage, you do not count here. You can go to some progressive liberals channel and give lectures on blackness, because we know you're a fraud here. I mean, I can tell you have Brad's Y chromosome just looking at you. You look like Screech from Saved by the Bell. And you look like you hit a meth pipe before you made this video. And your mother cannot teach you how to be a man. That's how I know you did not have a black man in your home. Part of the reason why you see so many Keishas fighting and getting arrested and making world star worthy clips online is because they suffer from a lack of a black father in the home by their mother's doing. So you expect me to believe your household works any better? Well, I'm looking at the product, buddy, and it looks defective. All right, brothers. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming.
So I'm not the biggest NFL fan.
Yeah, I think we can tell.
Like I tune in every now and then to a Browns game just to check out Shador.
No, you don't.
I'm more of an NBA type of dude. But even with that, bro, like you can't even watch an NBA game without having 20,000 different apps. Capitalism is ruining everything, and I'm going to do a full video on that topic soon. But anyways, like I stated, I am not much of an NFL guy. What I have noticed, though, is that the past two Super Bowl contenders are not doing so good right now. The Chiefs and the Eagles are both looking like they're not going to make it to the Super Bowl again. Now, because of this, people have their theories, and it got something to do with raccoons.
You know, you may look at a channel like this and say, he's got 100,000 subs, and I've got under 1,000 subs. Who am I to say anything? But believe it or not, when I critique a channel like this, I see it as punching down, because the arguments are so bad. They lack so much intelligence. It is hard for me to sit here and watch and actually entertain this stuff. That's part of the reason why I don't like to critique it too much. You know, when he first started pandering, I actually felt bad because I was kind of like, maybe he needs the money. That's how I kind of feel when any panderer channel is out there. But just off the bat, first of all, when you're talking about Saquon Barkley and Patrick Mahomes, first of all, you're talking about Super Bowl champions who have achieved something that the majority of NFL players, let alone quarterbacks, never get. So these are elite athletes. So if you're going to attribute their negative performances on them being with Becky's, you have to also attribute their positive attributes, like all of their victories and accomplishments, to them being with Becky's as well. It can't just be a one-way street in that regard. That doesn't make sense logically.
So with the Eagles losing 3 games in a row now and the Chiefs being 6-7, I would like to point everyone's attention to something I call the coon curse, aka the cursed coon. Now, there are 2 cursed coons on each of these teams that are affecting them.
Cursed coon is crazy.
The teams are suffering from these cursed coons.
You ever notice all these FD signifier types, like they all look the same? And there's nothing wrong with having locks, but they all have the locks growing as long as humanly possible with glasses. They don't look too intimidating, like they almost try to take on a feminine appearance themselves. It's like they worship Keisha so much, they try to look like her and sound like her even. It's always a soft voice, it's a feminine looking man, and then they want to lecture you about feminism and black men being abusers and why Keisha dating Brad is okay. Just think about that.
Example number 1, the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes went on an interview and with his white wife, love who you love.
See, they even talk like Keisha's. That was so sassy. Love who you love, you know? And they always say that right before they're about to basically project a lot of jealousy on the relationships that black men have when they date out, because they know they're trapped. Subconsciously, they know they're trapped and we're not. That's all it's about.
They asked them, what's Patrick Mahomes' favorite cheat day meal, favorite food? She yelled out with some southern twang, fried chicken. Patrick Mahomes says, no, it's actually Mexican food.
That can't be real, y'all. Hold up, we gotta find it.
What's my favorite cheat day meal?
Fried chicken.
No.
Chicken fried steak.
No.
And mashed potatoes.
Mexican food.
Oh.
Especially the Tex-Mex.
Like, that's no exaggeration.
Yeah, I can't defend that one either. Patrick Mahomes and his wife and his brother, who I think he distanced himself a little bit more from in recent years, they kind of have a weird sense of humor, and like I don't really get everything that they're about. I'm not here to defend that. I'm just saying, don't come to me now that he's losing and say, oh, it's because he's with a Becky, because I'm just going to turn around and say, well, what was the cause for all of his Super Bowl victories? You realize in football, it's very difficult to two-peat, let alone win 3 Super Bowls. That's insanely difficult. It's not like basketball. It's also hard in basketball, but football, it's almost impossible.
Yeah, Pat.
Example number 2 with Patrick Mahomes. He went on a live interview, was talking about how long he had his mohawk while they were winning. He said, yeah, if we win like 3 games in a row, if we lose 1 game, I'll cut it. I can't believe you guys let me walk around that long with that nappy hair. Curse gets deeper.
Let's find that clip as well.
Superstitions. I kept winning the Super Bowl, which is a good thing, but I don't want to cut the hair while I was doing it. And so I told everybody during the season that win or lose, if we win 3 in a row or if we lose, I'm getting the haircut. Like that's enough. And I'm very excited. Like I've looked at some videos from last year, and I can't believe all you guys let me keep that nappy hair for so long. Like I look way better now with the.
Yo. I like, you will watch the video, you think bro exaggerating. He is dead ass. It's even worse when you watch it. He got a white mom, bro. Hey, biracial with a white mom. They never beating them allegations, bro. Never.
See, this is where I really need to step in, because these dudes are just liars. That's a straight up lie. Are we really gonna pretend that nappy hair versus good hair is a concept that Becky promotes? Keisha's invented the concept of nappy hair versus good hair. That comes entirely from Keisha's. That has nothing to do with Becky's. Other than Keisha admires Becky, because traditionally when Keisha says good hair, she means Becky's hair. But see, these dudes sit here, they just lie. They just pander and lie. They just make things up. And Brad supports it. All of these platforms are run by Brad. So he likes people like this. This is just anti-black male propaganda, because this man believes that a black man is replaceable, but a black woman isn't. He's just a self-hating black man. And the only valid biracial combination, scientifically backed, as far as blackness is concerned, is one with a black father. That's the only person that can give the black seed, i.e. the Y chromosome. But I'm going to show you a couple things that these Brad platforms don't want you to see, and this guy definitely can't answer to. Let's take a look at the realities of being biracial with a black mother. This is going to be a bit of a longer watch, but it's worthwhile. This first content creator came courtesy of Hardcore Tito, who already covered her.
I'm biracial with a black mom who hated being black. And because she hated being black, she hated me for being white. My mom always had this air of like envy and jealousy over everything, man. She wanted attention so bad. She hated when she didn't get it. And when I got older, it became one of the reasons why we did not go out together. She could not stand if anybody was giving me attention. She would sit at the bar, take inventory of the bar and be like, oh my God, so many people looked at you. Nobody's looked at me. You need to go away. She didn't ever want to be in a space that was designed for me to get attention, like a queer space. Oh God, and she's the queen at passive aggressive compliments. You know, the ones that are like actually subtle shade. Oh, you look so pretty today, Noelle. Too bad your hair is frizzy.
Huh, that's funny. Antonio Speaks told me only Becky's, who are moms, make comments like that. Interesting.
Oh yeah, she conveniently ruined every single piece of clothing that I really loved. If I ever said I feel beautiful in this, next laundry day it was ruined. It was shrunk, there was a hole in it, it was miscolored, I couldn't wear it again. If I was too dressed up, it was, where are you going? Who do you think you're dressing up for? You got a hot date or something? Ha ha ha. Like, are you really gonna wear that? When I like clearly look hot, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna wear it because I look hot.
See, this is why I compare the modern iteration of YouTube and broader social media to network television, is because just like network television, what you're seeing is curated. It's not fact. What's in your face, getting tons of views, pushed heavily by the algorithm, is there because it's what the platform wants you to see. If you make contrary content going against the status quo's narrative, they'll just get rid of your channel. They're not interested in that. They'll just censor you. So what you see when you see so much, oh, when black men date out, it's bad. Oh, when white women are moms to ethnic kids, it's bad. When you see all that, that's Brad's message. He just pays black people to give you that message. He's, okay, this kid looks good. He's got the locks. Black men will believe that. So let's push him. They do that behind the scenes. And then these clowns think they're actually talking about something. No, you're no different than when Larry Elders is on TV, or that guy who made the We Need to Talk About Cosby documentary. You're no different than all of them. You know, and shout out to AC. I've yet to see one of these We Need to Talk About Cosby guys make a documentary about that DJ who gave 600 black women HIV. Why don't you prioritize that? There's actual evidence for that. But see, this is all staged. The concept Donald Trump promoted about fake news is very real. What's in your face is there for a reason, but it's up to us to practice real discernment. And look at this Keisha crashing out in the comments. At this point, we need to see a picture of the mama. And somebody responds underneath, she already showed pictures. It's a real story, Keisha. I know you don't like it, but it happened. And it happens quite often. Now, I came with another clip as well, in case this didn't convince enough people. Now, this woman's about 75% black, but this is also a Keisha who had a Keisha mother. It's just that her father was biracial. But check this out.
And white, which I really don't have a problem with her. She understands seemingly that we are more, that we mulattoes or biracial. I don't have a problem saying mulatto either. But us lighter skinned biracial people are just better or prettier than black people, and especially black women, especially darker skinned black women. We just are. And she has a biracial daughter herself, but it's just funny to me because I just feel like she's promoting and she's being cool with Chrissy now, who hates mixed kids. And it's like, oh my God, your daughter is mixed. Why do you like Chrissy? It's crazy. But she's promoting these these insecure dark-skinned girls to go run and hurry up and go meet and have babies with white men. And it's like, what do you think the outcome would be? Excuse me. You get pregnant with the white guy, you're going to have a lighter skin, pretty, beautiful, lighter skinned daughter 9 times out of 10. She's going to be pretty, and she's going to be prettier than you. Okay? And, but yet, you guys are sitting here singing these, singing the praises of these dark-skinned women who are promoting this on YouTube. And like I said, I just feel like you guys are crazy as hell. I mean, because now, and I'm going to wear with this because I have first-hand experience with this. Because my mother is dark-skinned brown, and she's a hater. She's a light-skinned girl hater. Why she gave birth to me, I don't know. Why did she? Because my father is white passing. Okay, he's white passing, but he's biracial. And my mother got with him without a problem, but yet she seems as if she's a. I know for a fact. I'm only 18, but for the past at least 10 years, I've noticed that my mother just seemed like jealous of me on like backhanded compliments, stuff like, oh my god, you don't have a rhythm, just certain things. And it's just I'm gonna speak about it more later, but I just feel like I don't understand it. Now I wouldn't mind if it wasn't so many jealous dark-skinned women making all these videos and just writing books and, like I said, doing TED Talks and just they're crazy, and but yet they give birth to dark skin. I mean, I'm sorry, they're giving birth to lighter skinned women. And it's funny because they're saying that they produce good light skinned people, and it's like or light skinned people who are gonna like be nicer to darker skinned women, which I don't think light skinned people are mean. I just think that we're a little bit more stuck up because yes, we are preferred, and white pale people and dark skinned people want to be our color. Okay, but I suffered with this because my mom, she spent so much time talking about colorism and the wrongdoings towards darker people by lighter and whiter people instead of raising me. She was watching all these videos about colorism. I mean, and that's 10 years ago. Okay, I'm 18. So what? Like in 2009 and 10, I started seeing her watch videos about colorism against dark skin and she was reading these books and basically giving herself like her own therapy from her color complex. She forgot to help me, like, with femininity topics and just different things that a mother's supposed to have been there for you for young women, regardless of skin complexion. I mean, she always reverts to, well, your light skin would get you out of trouble, or you don't have to worry about racism that much since you're light skin. Just little things like that, dumb crap like that, and that kind of made me feel like really like anything I wanted and need in this world, it's going to be mainly because I'm light skinned. So the straight A's that I got, me doing good in track, never meant anything to my mother. And it's like, well, you're light skinned, like just here, light skin going to the world, here, you're light skin going to the world, and no like kind of guidance of anything. She was so self-absorbed and so, like I said, self-hating and just mentally abusive, verbally abusive. When people came up to me and told me I was pretty in front of her, at first, like, I guess before the age of 8, she was okay. But like after like I turned like 8 or ending of 8, 9 years old, 10, I started noticing out the side of my eye, that like people will come up to me like, she's so pretty, call me pretty. Like literally everybody would call me pretty. They still do. Like to this day, people just come up to me randomly and call me pretty. In front of her, in front of the dark-skinned people, they hardly compliment. They do. My prettier cousins, they get compliment, but I'm always the most preferred. And my mom, back in the day, she used to kind of like say thank you, but kind of out the side of my eyes, I can just like see her rolling her eyes and like kind of just her having her nose up. It's like, it's weird because it's like you produced me, so you knew I was gonna have this lighter skin privilege. I don't understand. They thought, I guess, the privilege was gonna like jump off of me and go on to her because she had me. I don't know. She had some privilege though, because I did get things. Things did kind of go my way, so she was able to get some of my privilege. So if anything, the darker skinned girls should be proud that lighter skinned people, even throughout history, the historical people who did stuff in the anti-slavery movement were mixed.
Okay, that's enough of that. But basically, Are you sure we're not beating those allegations, brother? Are you sure those allegations are that hard to beat? Because I could do this all day. Now, we saw a biracial woman with a Keisha mother. I just showed you a woman who's allegedly 75% black with a Keisha mother. Although that lighter-skinned biracial, I mean, we don't know. We don't know what the Y chromosome was there, but I'm going to assume it's 75%. Now, let's take a look at a 100% black Keisha, I think, with a Keisha mother.
I'm asexual for a reason. I don't like niggas. I don't like the way niggas even smell. You niggas disgust me. Like, niggas really OD disgust me. Like, honestly, they disgust me. I like white niggas. Yeah. If I did talk to a man, I like white boys. Yeah. I don't like black boys. Yeah. I'm saying it. I don't give a fuck. I don't like you black niggas. I really don't.
See, when I look at this stuff, I'm like, this guy's channel is easy work to debunk. I mean, he just ignores 99% of Keisha's and hones in on the one biracial guy who said something goofy. It's like, dude, you're not fooling anybody. We know what we're seeing. We know that something's going on with these Keisha moms. And notice, there's never a shortage of anti-black male rhetoric. See, Keisha is not pro-black. She is not the keeper of black culture. She doesn't even know what black culture is. She's just pro-Keisha. She's self-serving. That's all it's about. It has nothing to do with a black community as a collective, black children, or our future as black people. And you know, one brother in the Discord asked what the difference between this movement and divestors is, and I told him, this movement aims to build a better future for the black collective through reestablishing black male patriarchy. We can only do that by cutting out the black feminists who are really sent here by Brad to keep us down. We need our best and our brightest free to build. In order to do that, they need to practice proper mate selection. Divestors don't care about the black community. They've divested from it. It's in the name. They don't care about black kids. They barely get along with their own black kids, as I've shown you already. They just want to get a Brad because they think that's going to be the answer to all their problems because they worship Brad. They see him as God. That's all it is. And in a lot of ways, I feel bad for this guy because I'm like, dude, this is your life. You're going to have to spend your life defending these Keishas. I can talk about whatever I want. So in a lot of ways, I'm actually free. You are not. You are a slave with a different owner.
Now let's go to the Eagles. Saquon or Saquon.
Yeah, I know about Saquon.
After they win the Super Bowl.
Listen to how hateful these guys are. And these are the same guys. If you say anything about Keisha, they want to strike your channel down. They want to censor you. But they're over here, say coon, say coon. This dude talks a lot of mess, man. See, they can dish it out, but they really can't take any real discourse. And I've got news for you. I don't care about Saquon Barkley golfing with Trump. Like I said, we don't have a political party. These morons probably vote blue no matter who still. When it's like, dude, the Democrats do not care about you as a black man. They only endorse LGBTQ policies, feminism, and women's right to choose policies because they hope to use those tools to keep our population smaller. And this dude is over here laughing about Saquon. Ha ha ha. No, dude, you're the joke. Every time you vote blue, you're the joke. Maybe you're just not smart enough to see it. You brothers will come to find in time that brothers like this, they honestly believe black culture comes down to worshiping Keisha, growing locks, listening to hip hop, and voting Democrat. They literally believe that.
He is lottie-dottie-dottie with Trump. He flies always to the White House, plays golf with him, eat lunch with him, then doubles down. He's also married to a white woman. Love who you love.
I'm going to interrupt right here. The raccoon with the white women, it has to be studied. And I'm going to be so 100. Maybe this is something I need to work on with myself. But anytime I come across a brother, a black man with a white woman, I side eye them.
Again, like I said earlier, these dudes are obsessed with us. It has nothing to do with what we're doing. Oh, worry about your mixed kid and your woman. And it's like, why don't you take your own advice? You're the one obsessed with us. It's not the other way around. I'm simply responding. This dude's walking around side-eyeing everybody who's not with a Keisha. Dude, live your own life. Worry about that Keisha. I don't know why you're worried about who I'm with.
And it's not because I'm on no Dr. Umar shit.
Oh no, it's a lot like Dr. Umar. You and him have one thing very much in common. You've both got bills to pay, and you know who your audience is. You guys aren't Malcolm X, you're Malcolm Checks. And yes, that was intentionally a bad joke.
It's just because of the experiences I've had with these individuals. Back in 2024, one of my New Year's resolutions was to interact or speak more with other kinfolk. Like if I come across another young black man, I'm gonna hit him with the head nod or even just make small talk. I was just trying to do more within my life to like negate the stereotype of, you know, all black men, like we have animosity towards each other.
Yeah, you're off to a good start there. Bro, your whole channel is anti-black male. If we aren't Keisha worshippers, you definitely hate us. This dude is so, like, he debunks himself when you listen to him long enough. But that's enough for part 1 of this video. The remainder of the video is him just simping his balls off. He makes up a couple stories about fake encounters he's had with black men with white women. You could tell they're fake stories just for content. Then he starts going on and on about he has kids with a beautiful black queen that he hasn't married yet, and then talks about how great women are because of pregnancy and yada yada. You know all the simp talking points, but that's it for this video. Part 2, we're going to be delving into Dr. Umar Johnson. I've been waiting to say a few things about this guy. Oh, and brothers, one last thing. I forgot the title of his video was The Curse of the Raccoon. Well, let me tell you something. If people like Saquon Barkley and Patrick Mahomes are cursed, what exactly are these brothers here going through? I'll leave you brothers to, as Fresh would say, think about this.
I also got the receipts to that. Because they say you're innocent until proven guilty. No. You're guilty until you prove your innocence, and that's what I'm gonna do.
So you mean to tell me I just pulled a 13-hour shift and I ain't got no food to come home to? Huh?
Why you didn't get something on your way home? Why you always reporting for your raggedy cousin?
Look, I just pulled a 13-hour shift. You being my wife, I pay all the bills in here.
All the dishes clean, your clothes clean. Wait, what?
You don't fix me no lunch for my job.
Problem with letting you know who I am, having put my hands on him. We had an argument. I will be honest about that. An argument, and that's pretty much it.
This right here is new body camera video of the moments before Olympic sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson was arrested at SeaTac Airport last month. You heard her tell police she did not touch her boyfriend, but airport security footage shows her shoving him multiple times before police arrived right here in this corner. Officers were called to TSA security after she pushed him in a packed terminal right outside security checkpoint 4. She was then booked into jail and then released the next day. This week, she addressed what happened on her social media.
What am I supposed to do? I think he off. You want me to get up?
I mean, we still we gonna go get some food.
Okay. I'm about to get up.
Okay.
Damn, she got a knife in her hand. Put it down.